So the Queen of Wands here is surrounding your entire reading this week. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart. The most passionate card in the whole tarot deck. So there's passions involved, but she's holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. So it's like you want to move forward, you're ready to move forward, and you are moving forward because you have the Chariot in your highest energy. So this is all about moving forward. And you can move forward fast if you snap those reins. So this is the card for Cancer. Cancer might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But there you are. These are the strongest energies in your entire reading. Ready to move forward, and you will be moving forward. Now, whether passion is involved or not, I need to keep reading. I have the Eight of Cups next to the Chariot and right above the Queen of Wands. You're moving forward from a relationship, a love relationship, because cups are love. You're being guided by the moon. So the moon is shining a light in the darkness for you to follow, to move forward. There's some enlightenment going on here that's helping you to move forward. I have the Eight of Wands next to the Eight of Cups. This is all about conversations, texts, emails, phone calls, video chat, something through the airways. And it's back and forth, back and forth. And I think this is where you're getting a lot of your enlightenment that we see here with the moon. And it's helping you to decide to move forward here. I have the Wheel. The universe is definitely involved in this whole situation. They're trying to get you to move forward. They're helping you make this decision. The Wheel here is always for your better. This is the universe. They have a hold of your future. This is the Wheel, and they're trying to guide you or steer you through the universe in the way that you're supposed to be moving through in your life. So, beautiful card. It's a wonderful card to have behind you here. So yes, they're helping you move forward. I have the Devil next to the Queen of Wands and under the Eight of Wands. So this is the card for Capricorn. Capricorn could be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the energy of this card, totally different than being Capricorn, is toxic energy. And there are three entities in this card, as you can see. There's the Pentacle. So security and stability was not coming forward because of a third energy. It could be a person. It could be something like an addiction. It could be just about anything. But whatever it is was holding this person back and was unable or unwilling to commit or be solid and stable in your life. Well, you're ready to move forward now, okay? You're putting that behind you. You had a lot of conversation with this person in order to figure out that you just need to move on. Here's your card, the Justice card, the card for Libra. So you're getting your scales rebalanced right under the Wheel of Fortune here. And you're letting that sword hang down in front of you for self-protection. So it's sort of like blind justice, okay? You're doing what you need to do for you in order to get rebalanced in your life. Because apparently this toxic energy was throwing you off balance. And that's why you needed this discussion and you were so ready to move forward. And you figured all that out. You were enlightened. I have the Queen of Pentacles next to the Justice card and under the Queen of Wands. Now, all the cards are male or female, by the way, and all the kings and queens are very mature in their thinking. So the Queen of Pentacles here, this is your energy. It's right next to the Justice card. You're a very passionate person, but you're not only passionate, you have a huge pentacle to offer somebody if you want. And you cherish the pentacle that you have with the Queen of Wands. So you're not just going to frivolously hand that pentacle out. So you're rebalancing. You're getting yourself together. You are moving forward. I have the Eight of Swords right next to the Queen of Pentacles and under the Devil. That toxic energy. You weren't really dealing with that toxic energy for a while. There was truth and clarity all around you. It feels like it took some time to get out of this relationship because first you have to notice what's going on, okay? So, you have a pentacle, but they were not coming forward with theirs. And there were reasons for that. There might have been red flags that you were ignoring with this card. Your fist is on your chin. You're blindfolded. You could be taking off the blindfold and looking at the truth and clarity, but I think you were just kind of giving it time, hoping that it would work itself out. But it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like you had to figure this out, and with the help of the universe, in order to move forward. I think I got one more than what we need, but that's okay because I will read it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have the Three of Cups up here, right next to the Eight of Wands. This is, wow, about a happy reunion. This is two cups of love being poured into one. There's celebration here. It's a very beautiful card. Something's happening. Something's changing here. It's right next to the Four of Cups. This is where when the Three of Cups now is next to the Eight of Wands, all this conversation going back and forth. I think that you were wanting a reunion with somebody here. And, but then after all this conversation, it looks like you're like, well, they don't really have the love for me that I have for them. And I think they made it kind of clear. It might have been really hurtful. And the reason I say that they could have really hurt your feelings about this whole thing, because it looks like you decide not to accept their cup. It's like you want them to come in really bad. You dream of this reunion, that is going to be so special and loving and everything. So this person must have been in and out of your life somehow, this toxic energy. Well, this Four of Cups is right next to the Ten of Swords. This is the end of the pain and the suffering. And you do go through a lot of pain, and you are up in your head. I have to point this out right now, but I have the 8, the 9, and the 10 of Swords. So that's a process. So getting to the end of the pain and suffering, which is right below it, is going to help you move forward. I have the 9 of Cups under the 3 of Cups, next to the Devil. Yes. See, you had love for this person. You really wanted them to come back in and start anew with you. You had all this love just dancing around you, unable to hand it out. And it feels like you finally get a hold of them, or you do get a hold of them, and you have this conversation, and you determine that it's not what you thought it would be. And then next to the 9 of Cups here, which is right next to the Devil, not being able to hand your love out to this toxic energy person, is the 6 of Cups. So I think there's somebody new coming in. I feel like there's somebody new because the 10 of Cups is right under the 6 of Cups. Now this could be somebody else from your past. This could be somebody you reconnect with through Facebook or run into someplace that you've known from childhood sometime, maybe school. And it feels like wow, how are you? What have you been up to? And it feels like it evolves. It's a sweet beginnings of a relationship here. Soulmate card. There's a soulmate coming in. So on one side, you can't hand your cups out. And on the other side, it looks like you will be able to hand your cups out. Oh my gosh. And then right next to the 6 of Cups is the 9 of Swords. I think this happens while you are still processing the past relationship. There's not a lot of time in between. So I feel like you're still processing. You're hurt. These swords of truth and clarity, really kind of break your heart. They really disappoint you more than anything. And, but that goes away because that 10 of Swords is right above the 9 of Swords. So you will be able to deal with it. And I think it happens kind of like it just kind of flows into each other. I have the 6 of Cups. So there is somebody else. You were wanting a reunion with someone, but this is someone else that's coming in. I have the Four of Swords under the Nine of Cups and next to the Eight of Swords. So under the Nine of Cups, this is like spending time alone, meditating, praying, soul searching, and going through your healing process. And you do allow those swords to come to you. And you do get things figured out. You do know that you have a lot of love that you could offer somebody. You finally see the truth and the clarity, like right next to the Eight of Swords, of what had happened and went down. But it feels like as you're in your healing process, somebody else enters your life. And I have the Ten of Cups. It's almost like maybe through this healing and meditating and spending this time alone, you've actually, feels like you've kind of brought them in or manifested somebody else to come in, which is the right soulmate, because this is the Ten of Cups. That's an equal exchange of love here. Lots of joy. Sunshine, rainbows, union between two people. It's a family-oriented card. Wow. So I feel like you're able to hang on to your pentacles. I got the Four of Pentacles next to the Ten of Cups and under the Nine of Swords. So you pull back your pentacles. You were going to offer, you would have offered to this other person commitment, security, stability, whatever you had to, because that's how you were feeling at the time. But, this is like happening fast with you, Libra. So it's like one energy is leaving, the universe is steering you away, and I think it's because this other soulmate is supposed to come in. And they have what you're looking for. You can hand your cups out to them. The Ace of Swords, this is like the extra card that came out. Right next to the Nine of Swords and the Four of Pentacles is where I put it. But the Ace of Swords, look how important those swords are in this reading. The truth, the clarity, through conversation. This is what brings the light. You head towards the light. Look at that. And so if you're really being enlightened with truth and with clarity, and I think when this soulmate comes in, this new soulmate comes in, you do seek the truth and the clarity. But it's almost like when they come in, you've known each other, I feel like, before. I really do. And I feel like this is the reconnection that the universe wants you to have. They don't want you to reconnect with this person. As a matter of fact, this person, they don't really have an interest in reconnecting with you. And it's hurtful for you, but things change really fast in this reading. It's like, boo, it's just a roll, So while you are healing, this other person enters your life that you've probably known before in this life with that Six of Cups. Oh my gosh. They have not just 6, but 10 cups. It starts as 6, okay? And you're going to be able to hand out all that love that you really would love to share with somebody. I'm going to take out an angel card. We're going to find out what your guardian angels and spirit guides have to say about this reading. It feels like fast-moving action here. It's like you feel very hurt. You're in this state of meditation. And then it's like, boom, this person comes in you're so happy to see. And there's the reconnection. That is the good one for you. I don't think I've ever had a reading where things move along this quickly. Okay. Guardian Angel and Spirit Guide card for Libra. Oops. Well, that's the one. For Libra. Put my glasses on. So this is the Five of Thought. I'm going to read it to you. The path you were on seemed like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. That's just what I'm reading. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Right here, the Justice card. Avoid negative people who are draining or who bring unwanted drama into your life. And that is probably this Devil card, that Devil energy. This is so fitting for this reading.